Oh, hello, doctor. Yes, good morning.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, doctor, I've got this tender spot in my lower back, and
Really?
yeah, it's much worse when I sit down. It's better when I stand up, but it's still painful, but it's quite bad when I sit on it.
Okay. How long have you been suffering from this pain?
Well, I've had it for a couple of weeks, I think, but it's getting worse now.
Yeah, I see. And can you describe the pain more?
Sure. It is at the end of my spine, the lowest part of my spine, and when I touch it, it hurts, and and it's worse when I sit on it.
Okay. And is it radiated to other place?
No, it doesn't go anywhere. No, it's just there. It's
Okay,
it's
that's
it's it's dull pain, It's like feels like a bruise.
okay. That's good. And at first, I'm going to examine you, and then we'll discuss where to go from there. Okay?
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Mm.
doctor, I've been training in the last 6 weeks. I have a rowing competition coming up, so I've been
That
training
sounds
very
good.
hard. Yeah, I've been training with rowing machine and with rowing on a boat actually, and yeah, a lot of sit-ups and leg raising and that sort of thing. Yep. So I've been exercising a lot.
That's a very good information about this problem. Very good, and I hope you موفق بودن.
Yeah, if you succeed,
Oh, you succeed about that.
yeah, I wish you the best. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
uh, uh, well.
So, what do you think, doctor? What do you think it is?
Uh, Before that, I want to know about the other habits apart from this exercise. Do you have other activity or about?
No, it's just just a training for the last 6 weeks. But I thought maybe it is related to that. But then, I've been training for 6 weeks, but this pain has come up in the last 2 weeks.
Okay. Can you tell me what you expect about this consultation?
To do something for this pain, because yeah, I don't know what to do. It's bugging me all the time.
Okay, and what can you done about it until now?
Well, I took some paracetamol tablets,
Okay,
but
painkillers, yes.
yeah, painkillers. Well, they just help a little bit, but it's still there.
Okay, based on your symptoms and after examination, I think this condition is related to overuse of joint and muscle, and it can be caused by increasing exercise, like a rowing competition.
Right. Okay.
Is that right?
So it means that this is natural to have this pain?
No, I said about that it is it's related by overuse of
Right.
muscles and joint,
Right.
and
Okay.
you should treat as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yes.
So what can I do about it, doctor?
I think there are several options for treatment. One of that is at this level, you should reduce your activity and your exercise.
Right.
I completely understand your hobby, but I think your health comes first.
Okay. But doctor, I cannot reduce my my training because well, I have to do this competition. This is part of my life, and it's not a hobby. It's my life basically.
I really appreciate your worries, but as I said before, I think your health comes first. And at this stage, you need to reduce the exercise, and I can refer you to a physiotherapist.
Doctor, I don't have time for physiotherapy. It's the competitions are coming, and I have to prepare.
I know, but I'm so sorry. If you continue this exercise, you maybe stop for exercise and any activity for all the time. But it's
Okay.
important to treat as soon as possible.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, doctor. Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. Goodbye.
Right. How does that feel?
Not bad. When I cannot complete the role play, I'm so confused
What do you mean?
because I mean uh, I was in the level of convince the patient for my recommendation,
Okay.
and I think the time is over, and you want to stop the conversation.
Right. Well, it doesn't matter. You need to carry on.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the real exam, they will stop you, and then if you haven't started giving information, then you will lose that part. Okay. Uh, right. So, how do you feel?
To be honest, not bad.
Good. Okay.
Yes,
Not bad.
not bad. Yes,
What score from 10?
uh, six. uh,
Six
در
was good.
مقایسه با بالا در مقایسه با
I actually think you did better in this one anyway. Okay. But
yes میخوام بگم در مقایسه با بالا چی میشه این
uh, uh, in comparison with
yes
the above or compared to the above, okay.
in comparison with the above uh, I did unwell.
I think you did better.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyway, all right. So, yeah, what was done well?
uh, about rapport.
Okay.
Yes. And information gathering, it's very, I think it's good.
Okay.
I want to explore what's concern, but I think the where the place is incorrect in my role play.
Okay. So, right. Well,
یعنی اون وسط انداختم ولی یه جور جاش نبودش.
okay. So that means that your structure could be different.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. So you explored the eyes. You said, okay, we discussed that. Right. So information giving.
It can be better.
Yep. Yeah, I think yeah, you could do
Because the
better.
time is over, and
Hmm.
you said me, yes, okay, okay, thank you, goodbye. And I'm very confused.
Okay, what could be done differently? So basically, the structure and information giving. You were more fluent. Actually, you did less. You did have less hesitation, which is good. Okay. Uh, you felt lost. Whenever you feel lost, it means you've lost the structure. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, if you're lost, if you don't know where you are in your consultation, it means that you are lost. It means you're losing the structure. Now, in these situations, uh, you need to summarize, okay, and it helps you find out where you are, okay. So basically, where were you feeling lost when you started to find? Okay, what do you think? What do you expect to get from today's consultation? Yeah.
Yes, you know, for the expectation about this consultation, and
Okay.
when I prepare uh, in the mind, in my mind, some questions about this role play, for example, and you give information, some of them. Uh,
Okay.
uh, I'm confused. For example, uh, why are you concerned about this problem? I think you said to me, I'm a rowing competition. But
Okay.
at first you said, I have rowing competition. And
Yeah.
this question uh, has shortened cut out of my role play, and this situation for me is very confusing.
Okay. Wasn't it there in the scenario then, the rowing competition? Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay. Uh, right. Okay.
but I think I should arrive to this problem.
Yeah. Uh,
This pain is related to the rowing competition, and I ask you, and I ask you about why is concerned about that, this
mhm.
pain, and you said to me, I have a rowing competition, and I am preparing for this competition,
Mhm.
and this is my concern.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is okay. The reason I said that is because you didn't ask me. Um, if you ask me about my work, my leisure time, my sports and exercise, I would have said this. Okay, so basically, in information gathering, if you look at here, it says you find out about patient's pain. That means to explore. Okay,
Yes,
also find out about recent changes in habits. Okay, so you say you can ask, right, have you made any changes in your work or in how you spend your leisure time or in your sport or exercise? Okay, and then
yes,
I will say that. So if you explore these, I would say, okay, yes, I do exercise. Okay.
yes, of
Uh,
course.
so in information gathering, basically, when you prepare, you say, okay, these two find outs, these are about gathering information.
Gathering information. Yes.
Okay. Then discuss the likely causes. This is information giving, is giving the causes, and then suggestions for treatment. Okay. So this is a cause, then treatment. Okay.
Yes,
Then
of course.
right. Okay. And then the prognosis. Okay. So I don't know. Was that your question, or did I answer your question? Or
Yes, yes.
okay. So basically, right. So what we could do is whenever you feel lost, you'd better summarize. So if you summarize here, if you say, okay, so you said that you've had this pain for the last 2 weeks, and this is following a 6-week exercise program preparing for a rowing competition. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Okay. So yes, from what you said and from my examination, I can say that this pain is caused by the overuse of muscles and joints. And then, uh, so, uh, okay, so this is the cause. Uh, Now, what can we do about it? Okay, what we can do is to continue with the painkillers, which help a little bit. But then, of course, physiotherapy and some reduction in the exercise intensity. Okay.
Yes.
And the patient says, well, I cannot reduce my exercise, you said, but this is, what did you say? This is for your benefit or this is for your health? Your health
Your
matters?
health, your health comes first.
Okay, yeah. And you said if you don't do that, then you might not be able to exercise in future. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So how can we reward this? How can we say it in a different way? Um, right. So what we can say is, so whenever we have problems with a structure, what do? We summarize.
Yes.
Information giving. Okay, I just think we need to reward it a little bit. So you said, okay, and this is helpful. We can say pain is a warning sign. Okay, as
Agenda.
yeah, there is something wrong. Okay, so basically we say, well, this pain means that there is something wrong, right?
Yes.
So, and basically, you need to take it serious because if you don't, then it can cause bigger problems. So, there is a possibility of bigger problems. Uh, so, um, basically, there is a risk of a serious injury. Um, okay.
Yes.
So basically, that is why the recommendation is to reduce the exercise and temporarily. Okay, so we can always say, oh, look, you don't have to do this forever, but this is just temporary because it's warning you. It's basically the pain is telling you that it's too much. You need to reduce the pressure. So you reduce it for a while and then increase it again. So that could be a temporary reduction. So it is a temporary change. Okay. So these are a few things you can say. Basically, you say, okay, first of all, it's not permanent. This is temporary. It's temporary reduction. Then you can increase based on your improvement. Okay.
Yes.
So um, so pain is a sign. It's not a it's not an illness, and it shows that there is something wrong. And this means that you are at risk of more injuries. And if you have a serious injury, then obviously you cannot continue exercise. And this is a temporary change. You need to reduce your exercise level just as a temporary measure or temporarily, and then increase it again later based on the response to treatment. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So these are, and we can chunk it. So whenever the patient says saying, "No, I cannot reduce that," well, you said what you really needed to say, but it was a bit harsh. It
Yeah.
was so. Basically, you can say that yes, if you do this, you will have an injury and you can't exercise anyway. You cannot exercise in future. and that is the correct, the right thing. But how to say it? We need to say it more sensitively. Okay, right. So yeah, I think you did well. Actually, you didn't
Thank you.
hesitate much. You were more fluent.
Okay.
It's better not to use the word suffer. Okay. So you said, how long have you been suffering from this? No, we don't want that. Don't
Oh,
use don't use suffer.
okay.
How long have you had it? Okay. Suffering is taken as a judgmental word. Okay.
Okay.
Um, right. Did you show empathy? Did you say, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that"?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Once. Okay.
Yes. Or I completely understand your.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep. Okay.
yes.
Well, understanding is not empathy. Okay. So, empathy means to understand and show that you understand and show that you're sorry. Okay.
That must be very difficult for you, I think.
Yes. Oh dear. I understand. That must be very difficult. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay.
Okay.
So, basically, if you don't say "I'm sorry to hear that," or if you say "I'm sorry," um, just understanding is not empathy. Okay.
Yes.
Related by, you said it's related by, no, related to. Okay.
Two.
It's, yeah. And one of that. Okay. You said there are different things we can do. There are a few things we can do. One of them. Okay.
One
Not.
of them. Yes.
Yeah. Not one of that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Um, I think this one was better than the previous one. But yeah, the previous one was more structured, but this one was less structured. That's why you feel that this one was worse than the other one. Okay.
Okay.
I would probably say you said in exploring ice, you said, what do you expect, or what would you expect to gain from this consultation today? Wasn't it obvious? Uh,
Yes.
yes, it was the pain. Okay.
Yes.
So why did you ask this? چطور شد این سوال کرده؟
But I know, but همون که گفتم دیگه بعضی چیزاشو خواستم و وسط یه جور بندازم توش.
Okay. Well, if you basically, because the patient said that it's this pain, and I'm here for this pain. So,
یعنی منظورم این بود که تو این سال قبل از اینکه شروع بکنم برای خودم ساختم، به خاطر اینکه فکر میکردم که وقتی این سوالو میپرسم شما میگین که آره من چون یه مسابقه ای دارم
right, okay.
و وقتی که شما به من اطلاعاتو دادین اون سواله منو چیز میکنه دیگه، من باید یه جا نمیتونم حذفش کنم. یعنی اون قدرت رو پیدا نمیکنم که حذفش بکنم، هنوز این قدرت رو ندارم.
Okay. Well, that question is the last question we ask in a consultation. Okay. So,
Yes.
if you say that, it means that you haven't understood the patient. Okay. That's the worst thing you can say to a patient. Okay, so why are you here today? What do you want?
Excuse me. Please repeat again the last sentence.
Okay, I said this is the worst you can say to a patient. Okay, if you say, okay, so why are you here today? What do you want? Okay, this is what you're saying basically.
Yes.
And we say this. If you say this, it means that you haven't understood the ice. Okay.
Okay.
So this is against you. This is not a good question. So we only say this in one situation, and that is when the patient is not accepting any help at all. And then whatever you suggest, they say, no, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. And then you say, okay, so what did you have in mind? What did you think you would gain from this consultation today? Or what were you hoping, okay, to get from this consultation? Okay,
Yes.
that's the last resort. We ask that. Okay,
Okay.
uh, so um, this we try not to use as much as possible because if I say this, it means I don't understand the idea or concern of the patient, and
Okay.
you actually need to understand what the expectation is and say it to the patient. Okay,
Yes.
that is your role. So you're going to say, okay, so you say that you've had this pain for 2 weeks and you've had some paracetamol. It helped only a little bit. And basically, you want something done for this pain. Is that right? Yes,
Is that
that's
right?
right. Okay. So
Yes.
you need to clarify that rather than asking what do you expect. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's exactly the opposite of this. So we don't want to say that, right?
Okay.
Uh, okay. Right. Tired?
Yes, of course.
اوکی خب یه جنبندی بکنیم این پس چطور شد ببینید شما در واقع یه استراکچر رو توی ذهنت باید داشته باشی بعد بگی که اوکی من قراره چه چیزایی رو بپرسم اینجا وقتی گفته find out اینا رو باید سوال کنی شما اوکی
بله.
پس پین رو باید اینجا حتما روش کار بکنی دیگه چی find out about any recent changes پس اینم جزو چیزمونه این داره بهتون چیز میکنه داره راهنمایی میکنه در واقع میگه
بله.
شما اگه در مورد recent changes صحبت میکنی سوال بکنی at work leisure time sport اون وقت من به شما میگم که بله این چند وقت من داشتم چیکار میکردم exercise میکردم اوکی پس these two are information gathering then discuss likely causes bad treatment okay and in treatment if the patient is resistant so persuade the patient to follow your recommendations. It's important to rest because it is overuse injury because it will end up with an injury. Okay.
بله.
And a well-balanced training program. So it's better to have a well-balanced training program. Okay. پس اپروچ ما شد چی؟ اینا رو میخونیم استراکچر اینجا میگیم تصمیم میگیریم که حالا چه چیزایی رو قراره بپرسیم هر جا احساس کردی که لاست هستی اونجا سامرایز میکنیم میگیم که
Summarize.
اوکی اونجا وقتی سامرایز کردی فرصت بهت داده میشه که فکر کنی به اضافه این که یعنی میتونی تصمیم بگیری خب حالا مرحله بعدی چیکار کنم مریض هم کمک میکنه اونجاها یا تصحیح میکنه یا اضافه میکنه یا اینکه میگه yes that's right اوکی
بله.
خب